Hello everyone, my name is Aaron. Welcome back to the Flat Chat podcast. I'm here with the boys again, and we're continuing our series of the top 5 best players in the world by position. So in the last 2 videos we were talking about the top 5 best goalkeepers and the top 5 best fullbacks, and in this episode we are looking at the top 5 centre backs for each position. So we'll cut the chat on that as well. We'll just get on with it. So boys, have you got any particular thoughts of who you want to bring?
Let's say the 8 names first. We've got Thiago Silva, Van Dijk, Ruben Diaz, Koulibaly, Marquinhos, David Alaba, Rudiger and Laporte.
Yeah.
That was a short list we come up with behind the camera.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start this off with the easy one. There is one easy one, isn't there? Who we think?
Coming back the way,
we're probably going to put him first and not move him. Are we in agreement that Van Dijk's probably going to be first completely here?
Yeah,
Van Dijk is number one. Back. He's probably one of the best of all time that I've ever seen. I know you'll probably notice we don't have Sergio Ramos here. He's just not played enough the last year. I just don't think I can give him a world class state. He's probably the best centre back I've ever seen, and he's probably him that is second.
He was, and
for me anyway.
He was, and he still is, but he's having the sort of same thing as Carvajal and did in the fullbacks, but he was getting on a little bit now, and he's getting a bit more.
No, he's just not played.
And he's not played.
He's been injured for a long time. Even
I know we're the age. We're all 24.
I don't remind me.
The best centre backs we've seen is Ramos and Van Dijk, really.
John
Terry's obviously very good.
Yeah,
he was a bit older when we started watching football.
We are.
The Van Dijk and
Rio
Ramos
as well.
I had the privilege of watching him before he went to Liverpool, obviously as a Celtic fan, and that as well. But no, don't sit there and cut that. Don't start that nonsense. But no, even at Celtic, you could see there was a potentially special player in there. Celtic weren't going to hang on to him for very long.
Do you not think you're not comparing him to Calvin Bassey, Heggie? Was it not?
I did say that.
He did say that. He thinks that he's going to have Calvin Bassey's going to have the same route as.
I think he's.
He didn't quite say that, but
I said he plays similar football the way he plays the centre back.
Very dominant.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think he'll go to a smaller English team.
Let's not forget Van Dijk went to Southampton.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I could honestly could see him. You never know.
I could see him going to Southampton and then potentially moving on that as well. I think I'm going to be unbiased here. If Calvin Bassey can develop at a level in the English Premier League like Van Dijk did at Southampton, I think he could absolutely be a fantastic player in the Premier League.
We'll have to see. If he's half the player Van Dijk is,
if he's half the player Van Dijk,
doing something good.
If he's half the player Van Dijk is, he's fine.
Well, we have 8 names here, and Bassey has the 9th best.
I think you'll find that. I think you will find that as Cameron Carter-Vickers actually. But anyway, Rangers and Celtic biases to one side. That's for another podcast. I think there's another name that is pretty universally, I think, going to come back.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Ruben Dias.
Ruben Dias. Yeah.
I would say, I don't know if we'll say he's second though.
I don't think he's second quite yet, but he's definitely in the conversation.
We'll get to the order of everything, and obviously...
Let's not mess about here. Let's get a few names off the table as well. Thiago Silva.
Is he gone?
I think he's gone.
See, I think he's not quite Ramos level. I think he's been very good.
I think he's top 5.
I
think he's 7th out of the 8.
You agree with that? Are you in agreement with that? Because I don't know.
I am in agreement with Heggie that Thiago Silva goes.
Well, get him off the table.
I think.
I don't think he's a flicking.
He's not. Let's obviously put this into some kind of context. He was fantastic for Chelsea this season, 100%. Yeah. But I think there is a name on here, and this might be a little bit spoilers, that has done better than him at Chelsea.
I think so too. I still don't personally think he makes it in the list though.
Just got his big move to Real Madrid, so of course.
Is there any other names that we're all in agreement goes off? I think there's one name that has to go off that's left. Laporte.
I think these 2 personally for me go off.
I think
that might change for me.
I think Rudiger's a bit of a debate, but
he probably is. I think
Laporte's been good this season, but again,
do you think Laporte goes here?
I think Laporte goes.
Right. Is Laporte flickable?
No,
he's not flickable. To be fair, none of these are flickable.
Not yet. There might be other positions where there's flickable players.
There has to be. We've got some ropey ones.
Honestly, coming up in the next couple of episodes, there is one name that is on my list that I would desperately love to flick off. But you know what? That's. But we'll get to that.
I'm very interested to see that.
I think he might play for Manchester United.
No, he doesn't even play for Manchester United.
No?
I'll leave that. Nah, to be fair,
We don't flick Bruno.
We'll get
Harold Kane?
no, it's not Harold Kane. We will get to that when we get to attacking midfielders. So okay.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Spoilers.
Right, okay. So we're left with 4. We're needing 3. Are we gonna bring? Who do you want to bring back, Aaron? Definitely bring back here.
Who do I
Out
want?
of these 4, who is definitely for you in it?
Who is definitely in it? For me, this man is definitely.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I'm agreed.
Yeah.
I'm agreed in that one. I think Alaba.
Unbelievable season.
Yeah, I mean, again,
Yeah.
he's lifted he has this one. The
Oh.
Champions League does go from here. Unlike
Yeah.
Carvajal.
He was a
and
free
Mendy.
agent, wasn't he? Alaba too.
I think so. I think so.
I think that is possibly one of the best free agent signings I've seen. In
I hope
a
you're
long
right.
time. I hope I'm right because
Right, but I think you could be.
Yeah.
He's just so classy on the ball. Great leadership as well.
Great. Yeah.
Aye,
Well, he can
just
play in the midfield for
Left back
Austria.
as well.
Oh yeah, he did for.
he
He plays
did
in
for Bayern for
midfield
years.
for.
Yeah, exactly. Could play
Austria.
DM.
He played left back a wee bit this season when Mendy was injured.
No, he's very good.
Yeah,
Same-
Militao
same-
and Fernandes.
He's a bit like Thiago Silva in the way that his positioning and just he's just a classy server. He doesn't rely on height and strength.
He's just a bit younger than Thiago Silva, so he's still.
Oh yeah,
close
and he
in his
has
prime.
just won a Champions League.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely in it for me.
Oh yeah, David Alba's definitely. in it,
This one I know Aaron doesn't have. I don't think you've got Marquinhos, do you?
I don't have him personally on my list, but again, these three very close.
See, that's
I
that's
think
the next one I would bring
Yeah,
back.
I'm in agreement.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm not going to sit here and disagree with you,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to sit here and throw my toys at the pram to say that Marquinhos.
I think
coming back.
Marquinhos has to come back, and the other two is very close.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna be
think
a
I'll
really
these
bring
two are
debate.
tough.
I'll
I
bring
don't think
Marquinhos
there's.
back. Yeah. Right. So it is between obviously Tony Rudiger and
Koulibaly.
Kalidou Koulibaly. Insert Mark Goldbridge clip here. Is it, out of those two, I think it's pretty simple for me who comes back.
Really?
Is
Yeah,
it?
I think it's pretty simple for me. who
See,
comes
I
back.
think that obviously Chelsea are losing him to Real Madrid, but I think if you'd asked Chelsea fans, would you rather you had Rudiger playing centre back or Kalidou Koulibaly? Who do you think they'd say? I've got a feeling they'd say Koulibaly.
I don't
And
think so.
And that three at the
I
back.
don't know, mate. Well, that's the question. I don't know. I think
on
Koulibaly
my
is
list-
excellent. They've
yeah.
wanted him for years.
On my list, I've got Koulibaly wrote down.
Yeah, I would
But-
probably say Koulibaly, but I think this one's
On my
tougher than I thought.
list, I have the two of them.
Yeah.
But Marquinhos has come back, so
So
obviously.
who do you think's the better out of the two?
Out of the two of them, I'm going to say Tony Rudiger's better.
Oh, I've just
That was a
spun one
large
over.
gas.
That was a large gas. It flew Marquinhos over.
He's such a. I was going to say it takes a lot to knock him over. To be fair, but no, I think
You go in.
I don't know. I think he's just watching the two of them. I just think he's a more versatile centre back. I think
That's
he
tough.
I think he works equally well in and obviously in a 5-back with the 3 centre backs and the 4-back. I haven't seen enough of Koulibaly in a sort of 3 and a 5-back to say that he would work both sides.
I honestly
the same.
think they're just so similar. It's like
Yeah.
I'm happy with
This
it.
might be
I
the
think-
first coin toss.
I think not, because I think I would probably just edge Koulibaly, but that's I think what I'm doing there is though I'm just doing that because I don't want us to have this prem. I think we've got this prem bias thing where because we see him every week.
I don't think it's
We don't-
necessarily prem bias.
No,
if it's just like a matter of opinion that as well. It's not prem bias. It's just that based off the
I know.
things that you've
Yeah.
watched. No,
Yeah,
no,
and
no.
I-
Another
that's what I
aspect we
haven't
need,
seen
we need to take into it. Koulibaly did win AFCON this year.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, that's very
a good point.
He's
I
won,
didn't think
he's won
of that.
silverware and Rudiger hasn't.
Yeah, and Napoli were good this season as well.
But
They
again, if
finished
we were
third,
going
didn't they?
if we were going by the point that obviously Reece James got knocked out for this point, but Champions League winner the year before.
Yeah, right.
So
But was he as instrumental as he was then when he did won that? Whereas
think-
he
I
has
think he
been
was-
better this season.
I don't know if that was that the season you got injured quite a bit and that as well, and then get like a lot of game time, Rudiger. But I think, or was that? I'm not exactly sure if it was last season or this season. But I think in terms of these two players, if I was sitting there picking, say I get given like £100 million and told to buy one, I'm buying Tony Rudiger.
Do you know what? I do agree with that. I
don't
actually
either.
get where you're coming from, but I don't know. I just think Koulibaly's.
Obviously,
I don't know. It's so tough.
again, this is pretty much like apples to oranges. It's
Yeah.
literally like that
Yeah.
between them.
The four behind are definitely better.
Oh yeah, the
See,
four
what
there.
you've just said there, I would rather Koulibaly, but I think that's me using my Arsenal bias and not picking the Chelsea player.
This is I don't know if
That's why I'm so tight between them. Maybe I am Rudiger, but I think I'm going Koulibaly because I would rather him for Arsenal.
Is this an opinion, or is this you making a message to Mikel Arteta to get him bought?
No, because he's never buying Koulibaly. He's too. Napoli don't sell. They just don't.
Yeah, but out of the two of them, I'm pretty dead set. I think Tony.
If you're dead set,
You're dead
pull him
set.
back.
Because I'm really, really close between the two.
I'm close as well, so I think if someone's dead set, you just take the dead set one.
No, not necessarily, because obviously my dead set, if you two could put out some good points to say that Koulibaly would get
I
in,
think the
obviously.
only
AFCON.
argument is AFCON.
He's
He's
that's
on
it.
AFCON. He's not.
But he's not
Also,
African.
he's yeah, exactly. He's German.
Like,
There you go. That is the clippable bit from this podcast. Koulibaly
Who'd
greater
have
than
thought it?
Rudiger.
Rudiger's not won AFCON. It goes against
it's
him.
going against him.
That
He should have been there.
That tournament, that tournament that he can't win because he doesn't play for an African team.
Well, I did say he's going to win the World Cup. So
Yeah.
I said that Germany are going to win the World Cup. So.
Yeah.
He's
So
gonna
next year he'll get in for winning the World Cup.
No.
And Koulibaly won't have won that. Are Senegal going?
Yes, I'm pretty sure Senegal.
Oh yeah, they
won.
beat Egypt, didn't they?
Yeah, they beat Egypt. Yeah, they're going. So right, listen.
So that'll go against him.
I was
He was in it.
going to say if this connection with Sadio Mane goes even better, then they could be winning the World Cup. Like, genuinely. But I think out of the two of them, I think it's Tony Rudiger.
Eggy, what are you thinking? Have you been swayed? Aaron, how much do you care? If we brought back Rudiger, would you be happy?
I would be happy, but at the same time, I wouldn't necessarily complain if it was Koulibaly that got back. So, is this the first one where we're getting the coin out?
No, I was going to say.
I don't know. We all do a vote.
We all have a vote, but I mean, we've voted already that we thought it was Koulibaly and he thought it was Rudiger. But is he swayed? If I was to say to you, you pick one, but the other one gets the flick treatment, does that matter more?
Oh,
Would
actually,
you be flicking Rudiger here if you didn't get in? Would that annoy you more?
actually,
If
in terms of
Koulibaly get the flick treatment, I don't think I would care that much.
here's the thing, I wouldn't exactly care. Like, that's the
Of
thing.
course you know when you're flicking a bit of paper.
Hey, flicking a bit of paper is fun.
Koulibaly's going to watch this and go, that guy for Scotland, flicking that bit of paper with my name on it. I'm going to come get him.
Exactly, yeah. I was going to say, yeah, you're basically, I'm fucked if that happens. So, well, I do have a coin. If we do want to toss a coin.
Not coin tossing.
Not resulting to that.
Hey, well, to be fair,
Let's just do a vote. Do a vote.
Do a vote.
Right, Rudiger.
I'm going Koulibaly. Come on, Eggy, just make a decision here.
Why? I'm going to be controversial and go Rudiger.
That's right, so
Yay!
Rudiger comes back.
Yeah.
Does he stay fifth?
He's fifth.
Yeah, he's
He's
fifth.
fifth. Koulibaly, you're not getting flicked off, but
I think the top two are definitely there.
Top two, yeah. Actually,
I think it's perfect.
I think it's
Also, this is
perfect.
perfect, yeah.
I think it's perfect.
This is
So
perfect.
yeah,
okay, so those are our five not full backs, centre backs in order. We've got Tony Rudiger from Chelsea, Marquinhos from PSG, Alaba from Real Madrid, Ruben Dias from Manchester City, and number one, of course, Virgil van Dijk from Liverpool. So that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast, episode 3 of this sort of little mini.
Well, this will be episode 5 now, I think, because we've got goalkeeper 3, full back 4, centre back 5. Because we're doing all this in one set.
Yeah, so basically like episode 3 of this little kind of mini series.
Yeah.
It's episode 5 overall. If you've enjoyed it, guys, leave a like. If not, leave a dislike and let us know what we can do to improve these in the future. And if you enjoyed what you saw, feel free to give us a little bit of a subscribe and put the bell on so you don't miss out on anything else in this podcast.
Say your top 5 in the comments.
Exactly. Kalidou Koulibaly, I'm very sorry. Please don't hurt me. I rate you as a player, just not over Antonio Rudiger. I'm sorry.
he didn't win AFCON.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Get him off. Get Koulibaly on. He won AFCON. Rudiger did not.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yep, thank you.
See you in the next one.
Take care, guys.